Hello, everybody, and welcome to this. This is your WWE Wrestlemania 32 preview / predictions podcast. I'm going solo because Mr. KocoSports is actually very ill at this moment in time. However, he did inform that he'll definitely be doing a Wrestlemania 32 review show with me later on this evening. It's currently 5:28 p.m. UK time at the start of this recording. I don't know whenever the fuck you're watching this, but if you are listening to this live, please put in the comments what you're looking forward to, what you're not looking forward to, if you think this show will be a good show, if you think it'll be bad, and why. Give me some reasons, maybe ask me some questions, but I'll be definitely going along the ride with you guys if you're joining me for this live show. I know the time is a bit unusual, and it's a bit of a weird time to do shows, especially here on KocoSports. We normally do it Japan time or English time in the evening. It's usually in the evening for Americans and in the early stages of the morning in the UK, but it's nice to mix up a bit. We're currently about 4.5 hours away as of this recording. Again, you could be watching it an hour before the show or an hour, 2 hours before the show. But as of right now, and I do apologize about the noise. I don't know if it's because of the WrestleMania season, but if you can hear any noise, there's a couple of bunch of baboons out there really screaming and going. There's a barbecue 2 doors down. I don't know if they're having a WrestleMania barbecue party or if they're having a family barbecue party. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would tell you, but I can't understand a word the fuckers are saying because they don't speak a word of English. Anyhow, so we got WrestleMania 32. We're about 4.5 hours away, as I just mentioned on earlier. 10 p.m. the pre-show starts UK time, and the first match is Kalisto versus Ryback at 10:30 p.m. So the first half an hour will be the usual talking bullshit, and then obviously the top of the hour for the USA Network at 11 p.m. It will also be airing on the WWE Network, so don't think, oh shit, I don't have the USA Network. Will it be on Sky Sports? Wherever it will be, you can just watch the whole entire thing on the WWE Network, and that's what I'll be doing. 20 cans of Beck's have been bought. That's why this show is a bit late. I was planning on doing this earlier on this afternoon, but A, I had to take my girlfriend home, and then B, I had to go all the fucking way to Sainsbury's with my friend to grab a 20 cans of Beck's. I'm a fan of Beck's. Usually I get the Beck's in the bottle, but we're getting them in the can, so I'm looking forward to that. 10 cans each. It's going to be a great and wild night, so if you looking forward to joking around WrestleMania 32 review, then expect the jokes from me, because I may be a bit drunk. But I digress. If I'm too drunk, obviously Coco won't let me on the show. But anyhow, please put in the comment section what you think of WrestleMania, as I'm just lollygagging and pussyfucking around here. So let's actually get to the main card. I'm using Wikipedia, so if any are wrong, I do apologize. So you have the 3 matches on the pre-show, as I mentioned. I'm going to go on the Wikipedia order. They have it in the most mucked up and fucked up way I've ever seen possible. But anyway, so we have the Usos versus the Dudley Boys in apparently the opening match of WrestleMania, according to Wikipedia, even though it's Kalisto versus Ryback for the US Championship. But anyway, Usos Dudley Boys. The build-up for this has been really poor, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm glad this is the first match listed on Wikipedia, because out of all the matches on this show, apart from the Hall Fest, I think this potentially could be the worst match of the night, from my opinion. The Dudleys has lost the nostalgia act for me. I think we lost that a very few months ago. To me now, the only people who have any interest in the Dudley Boys are the hardcore Dudley Boys fans. Since I'm not one of them, I just have zero interest in this match. I'm not a fan of the Usos. I mean, Coco said he's a fan, but in the end of the day, people don't like them because of this fact. And the reason I don't like them is that fact, which is they do the same thing night in, night out. They have the same sequence of matches. What will happen is one of the Usos will get hot tag. He'll hit super kick, drop down, uppercut. Then they'll roll to the floor. Then he'll hit super kick. They'll roll into the corner. Russo running. Rikishi fucking the corner. They get in the ring. He drags them into the ring, goes for a cover. 1, 2. The heel team pushes them off. And then the heel goes for a clothesline. Usos ducks, pushes the rope over the top. Uso does the Uso crazy splash over the top. Then they push him in the ring, splash off the top. 1, 2, 3. And that's how I think this one's going to go. I honestly see the Usos getting the win here. Why? Because I don't even care. My prediction is the Usos to get the win. And in my opinion, some matches have had really poor build-up, but I can't actually tell you the build-up for this because I don't think it exists. I honestly do not think it exists. I'm struggling off the top of my head. I mean, you guys have known I've done the Raw reviews every week. I do not remember the build-up. It's been that lackluster, that poor. Like, no attention has been paid to it. I don't even remember seeing a graphic. And that's why it's on the fucking pre-show. I mean, the Dudleys attacked Roman Reigns on this past week's Raw. There was no involvement with the Usos. The Usos didn't come and help and make the save. And I don't get why this match is even taking place. To me, just shove these 4 people into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, because there's 4 places already not announced for that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle. I wonder if we'll get any surprises. And by the way, before we do that, okay, I just received a notification, okay? I've been working hard these past few days putting up content, okay? And I uploaded, literally just about a few minutes ago, I uploaded I uploaded a PWME WrestleMania 32 match preview, Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose show. Please go out of your way to watch it. Ricky Krajewski puts, LK sucks. Coco is great. I put, awesome. Thanks for the kind words. Not like I'm putting hours of effort in. Thanks. What does Ricky put? Let's see. It's just loading, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'll get to live comments. Anytime. Oh, you sarcastic piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. That pisses me off when you put hours and hours of effort in. Then people disrespect you like that. Fucking hell. That's why I have my VIPs. And please go join my VIP area. If it's a nice, respectful area, we don't get people like that dissing me around. That's bullshit. There's no need for that. If you don't enjoy me, just cool. Just don't watch the show. Don't watch the show when you know I'm on it. And if you don't like my work, don't watch it. I do not like watching certain things. I don't particularly like watching Impact. It's a good show. It is a good show. And don't Tina Hayes piece. I love the show. I just have no passion for it. So I don't watch Impact. The only reason I watch Impact is because of my VIPs. So I don't watch Impact. I don't like Impact, so I don't watch it. Coco, a better example, Coco just doesn't like Impact, so he just doesn't watch it. Simple as that. If you do not like my work, don't watch it. It says in the description, LK breaks down. So if you're that much of an imbecile Nimrod, go fuck yourself. I don't normally get angry about things like that, but I'm in such a great mood. I'm in the best mood ever. I mean, I've got my big can of Red Bull. Look at the size of that fucker. It's as big as my head. I'm in a great mood. It's WrestleMania mode, and I'm looking forward to having a few drinks because I'm going around my best friend's house, and it's very rare to see him. And it's only down the road, so I can literally, as soon as the show finishes, I can just bomb it down. So Usos Dudley boys, I'm not really looking forward. So I'm going to get down to some live comments if we have any, because it is a strange time and I'm not really expecting any. But that was very funny, very amusing. Very rarely I get like that. I do apologize. There's no live comments at the moment, but that's a bit embarrassing. You know, we nearly have 7,000 subscribers and no comments anyway. Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde. What a name! What a man! What a name! Total Divas is a team consisting of Brie Bella, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie versus Bad and Blonde. That's Team Bad and Blonde. Team Bad is Naomi, Tamina, and Blonde is Lana, Emma, and Summer Rae. I hope that's not their names, because if it is, like, the creative is so bad, like, they can't write, they can't come up with names, they can't come up with faction names. Can they do anything? My gesture, in my opinion, is no. But anyhow, this is a whore fest. I mean, half of them can't wrestle. I mean, Natalya's on the show, that's great. Emma and Summer Rae are on the show, that's great. Paige is on the show, cool. Hopefully this is Brie Bella's last WrestleMania. Like, what makes it so much better in an amusing way is the way how it was booked on Monday Night Raw. It was booked as if, look, Eva Marie's going to come out, she's going to get a big pop, and this is going to be an exciting 10 Divas tag team match. Eva Marie got buried, she got absolutely booed out of the building, as she will be on this show. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. These two matches, the Usos Dudleys and the Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde, are my piss breaks. So I'm going to watch the Kalisto Ryback match. Actually, even though the build up has been pretty piss poor, I actually looking forward to the match because Kalisto works really well with big guys, even Connor from the Ascension. So enough of that bullshit. I don't want to talk about the Total Divas bullshit anymore. And back to some wrestling. So we have Kalisto versus Ryback. And in my opinion, I think this could be a very good match. Hopefully it gets given 20 minutes. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest, I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually looking forward to this. I've seen some of Kalisto's matches on Superstars and on Main Event. And obviously his stuff in, PWG. All sorts of cracking stuff he's done. So he is a great worker. And I mean, recently he's been putting in some good matches with Connor from the Ascension. You saw that on Monday Night Raw. However, they didn't get much of time and the crowd weren't really into it. However, the week prior on Superstars, he did defeat Connor. And you can check out my review of that on the VIP section. Link in the description box below. Cheeky little plug there. Anyway, and I thought it was a really good match. They got given about 10 minutes there. And Kalisto worked really well with Connor. I mean, that's Connor from the Ascension. Ryback, in my opinion, is many, many, many miles ahead of Connor when it comes to in-ring. And I think he's really improved. I said on all these shows, whether it's my VIP, whether it's on here, the Ryback is improving. He does need a character adjustment, maybe a tweak to his character, because this is one of those characters. It's like Sheamus from last year. Like, it's all well and good, going on here and saying, hey, look, I don't like little guys, or there's so many storylines where it's, oh, I hate indie guys. There's only a certain amount of small people you can use. There's only a small amount of indie guys you can use. So as far as I'm concerned, he needs to just become this bully. He just needs to destroy everyone. If you remember, take your minds back a few years ago, Ryback went through this bully phase. I know we'll go on, we'll rip it to shreds saying, hey, look, it's be a star, we're anti-bullying, but then you have a wrestler that's bullying. But if at the same time, if you're going out there and claiming these wrestlers are characters, go for it. Because I think that Ryback bullying gimmick really worked for me. I was a huge fan of that. The backstage segments where he used to like bully all of the excuse me, all of the catering staff and people. I thought that's entertaining. It's very rare I say that about Ryback, but I thought it was entertaining. And he's back to Trunks. And in my opinion, he's actually becoming a better wrestler. Let that sink in. In my opinion, he was thrown into the deep end. 4 years ago now with Punk in the main event picture. I mean, just think of this. Think of this poor son of a bitch. He went from beating Kurt Hawkins, beating Tyler Rex on Superstars and pay-per-views. Just beating them, squashing them. 2 months later, Hell in a Cell, he was involved with CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Then the Survivor Series. He was then involved in a triple threat featuring John Cena and CM Punk for the WWE Championship. TLC was involved in that great six-man tag with Team Hell No and The Shield. And then he had that TLC match with CM Punk. He was really close to winning the 2013 Rumble. Elimination Chamber, he teamed with Cena and Bryan versus the Shield. Then at WrestleMania, he just dropped direct down to face Mark Henry. And then the night after WrestleMania, he attacked John Cena, turned heel, and then he had a few pay-per-view feuds with John Cena, and then boof, we don't see nothing from the guy. Nothing. Not a shill. 2 years later, wins the IC title in Elimination Chamber in an absolute shit match. And he's just been lollygagging around as a babyface, doing a bit here and there, and then another bit here and there. Let's get this guy on, give him something to do, make him a heel, make him a monster heel. He's improved a lot. He's focused. You can tell he's focused a lot more on his wrestling, and I think he's really improving, and I really am becoming a fan of the big guy, Ryback. And I bet that's one, when you click this show, I bet that's one thing you were not expecting to hear. That's your boy LK is becoming a fan of Ryback. That's very amusing. Live chats, here we go. Edwin Rodriguez hates Ryback. I can't get behind the Usos right now. Yeah, they should have put them in the Battle Royal. Yeah, I completely agree. I do not know why these guys are not in the Battle Royal. Here we go. This is from I Am Mikey Mike Cashman. I'm a big fan of that guy. He always leaves good comments. Let's have a look what he put here. These 2 weeks are stacked with pro wrestling, from the WN Live experience to NXT TakeOver to WrestleMania 32 to New Japan Invasion Attack and all in between. Honestly, this has to be a game-changer moment for pro wrestling. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I expect loads of indie reviews next week. Like, I'm going to be fucking destroying indie reviews, especially the Evolve. You guys know I'm a big fan of Evolve. Lots of times I always do the Evolve reviews. I've done every single weekend here on this channel with the VIP. So I'll be definitely looking forward to doing the Evolve shows. I'm going to check out Mercury Rising from WWN. I'm going to check out Shimmer 80 when it comes on available on video on demand. Invasion Attack, Naito versus Okada is going to be absolutely outrageous. I'm looking forward to Shibata and Tenzon. They did a good build-up on the Go Home kind of TV show they had, which was Road to Invasion Attack, which happened 2 days ago. And cheap plug here, I'm about to go live once this show airs with a New Japan Road to Invasion Attack 1st of April 2016 review. So if you are into New Japan and you're a huge fan of New Japan, head over to the VIP, links in the description, sign up, first 14 days free, and check out that New Japan review, because I'll be uploading that later on this evening. And if you're listening to this on demand and on the archive section on the KocoSports podcast, then you know what, fucking go over there and just watch it and enjoy it. Anyhow, what was the other question? Game changing? Maybe. It's a big occasion. Like, for instance, everything everywhere is just pro wrestling mad right now. Like, there's a fucking, I don't know if you can hear it or not outside, there's just an absolute clusterfuck barbecue. I'm gathering this. They've never done a barbecue before. I'm gathering this WrestleMania barbecue, but again, I can't tell you what it is because I can't understand a word the fuckers are saying. That's thank you. So keep those live comments going on. I'm going to go back to them as the show progresses. So I'm going to go from 11 to 4. That's at Wikipedia, because they've got it really weird laid out, and I'm not a fan of Wikipedia. I don't know why I used Wikipedia. It's all there in one right in front of me. So you have the New Day, which is Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods versus the League of Nations, which is Sheamus, Bertie, Rusev, and my boy King Barrett. In probably King Barrett's last WrestleMania, depending on if he resigns, because as you all know, he handed in his notice. Poor Barrett. I feel sorry for the guy, but as long as he gets one Mania payday out of it, hopefully he saves that money. You know, with Wade Barrett, I'm praying that he retours the Indies. I mean, it'll be so easy for him to, you know, leave and just get a regular job. He might have lost the passion for it, but, you know, hopefully he's not. I mean, he's still on the grind. He's still on the road every fucking day. So you may as well stick with it. Do the Indies, team up with Galloway, have some cracking matches with Galloway, go to Evolve, help companies like that out, because Wade Barrett's kind of a pretty big name. I mean, most people will know Wade. If you go down the street, I'm not saying like he's a superstar. I'm just saying if you go to a casual fan, just any casual fan, and you go up to him, do you know Wade Barrett? Oh, that's that Nexus guy, or oh, that's the Bad News guy, you know? Or if you go up to him and say, do you know who Fandango is? Nah, not really. You know, so there is some name value. So if he does, you know, leave, he does have some name value to him. And enough of that. Previewing 3 and 4 handicap match. It's not for the tag straps. Because of that element, because it's WrestleMania and there's not a tag team title defense, that pisses me off a little bit. But I just don't care about this feud. I mean, the League of Nations lost to them, 3 times? And then we have this match because the League of Nations beat on the New Day. So to me, it's not, I can see the New Day getting the win, but I don't care. Prediction New Day because they're cool and awesome and I love them. If loving New Day's wrong, I never want to be right. Like, I do love the New Day. I think this match is going to be good. I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be shit. I mean, you got Kofi, Big E, Woods, Barrett, Rusev, Del Rio, and Sheamus in there. It's going to be a good match. But I just don't see the importance in it. The build-up again. What build-up has it been? It's just been beat down. There's not a storyline. There's no stories, minus the main events. And I'm just not looking forward to it. I'm sorry. I'm not saying, right, how about this? I'm looking forward to the in-ring match. I think the in-ring match is going to be good. I'm looking forward to the New Day's entrance. Wouldn't this be awesome if they had the choir singing the New Day? That would be so fucking awesome if they had the choir singing the New Day to the ring. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the spectacle of it, but I'm just not interested in the story. Like, if they go in there and try and tell a story, I'm just not going to be interested. I want to see, a good wrestling match. Maybe, some heel heat, Kofi gets the hot tag, spot, clusterfuck, spot, clusterfuck, ring the bell. That's what I'm expecting here. But do you guys feel this? Do you guys feel you're like, it's going to be a good match? I just don't care. I just don't give a fuck. I hope this coming across, and I hope you understand that. I just don't give a fuck. On to Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Speaking of not giving a fuck, you got Heath Slater, my boy Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, we love you. Curtis Axel, we do. Curtis Axel, we love you. Curtis Axel, we do. Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, Big Show, Kane, Tyler Breeze, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Fandango, Damian Sandow, Darren Young, Connor, Victor, Goldust, and R-Truth in a high profile. What a lineup. That's just, what happened to the days where you used to have to, work really hard? You had to be over to gain a WrestleMania spot. Now it's just, if you're an employee for the WWE, you're in WrestleMania. Like, there's 4 spots not announced. Fuck it, get the caterers out there. They need it. They need their WrestleMania moment. It's unbelievable. It's just, we have a big roster. We need everyone on the card. No, you don't. WrestleMania needs to be special. It's not, we want everyone involved. No, it's the storylines that the fans deserve that's been built up. Only the biggest of stars get to compete here. That's the way it used to be, and that's the way it should be. It drives me crazy. For instance, the Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde, it's just because there's 10 divas not doing anything. So that's not my problem. They're not over. Better luck next year. Get yourself over. As simple as that. You're not on the card. Tough shit. Tough titties. Like, come on. I want Axel to win. The minute Axel gets eliminated, I'm getting myself another beer. Like, who I think might win? I don't know. I honestly, Mark Henry and retire is a possibility. Big Show and retire, possibility. Kane, possibility. They always do the pay-per-view after they give Kane something big. So fucking give it to Kane, and Kane can get a fucking title match. I don't know. I don't know. And again, just don't care. The build-up for this has been a brawl again. That's just what they do. They're like, I've got an idea. We have a match. Fuck telling a story. Fuck cutting good promos. Just have a brawl. Just have a brawl. Go on, guys. Go out there. Go on, have a brawl. Like, come on. Then AJ versus Jericho. This is going to be incredible. Like, I'm not even going to deny it. I'm really looking forward to this match. And again, the storyline sucks. We're having this match because Jericho doesn't like the fact the crowd are chanting AJ Styles. Cool. But on the other hand, it's kind of relatable because, he's playing, I'm jealous. And I love heel Jericho. Prediction, I'm going to be honest. I think AJ's going to get the win here. I hope AJ gets the win here. It will be a big mistake for having Jericho get the win. I mean, a huge mistake. I think we're going to have AJ get the win. We're going to have Jericho. It's going to be a clinic, okay? 20 to 30 minutes. Really, really good wrestling match, as expected from the two caliber of athletes that these two are. Really good match. What I'm expecting, and I want a good match out of these two. Then at the end, Chris Jericho shakes his hand, gives him a hug, and then kicks him in the dick. Similar to WrestleMania 19 with Jericho and WrestleMania. At WrestleMania 19, with Jericho and Shawn Michaels. Where he turned babyface and then boom, turned heel right again. Because he's actually scheduled for a few more Raws after WrestleMania. So, hopefully we get a finale involved with some gimmicks, maybe an Extreme Rules match, Extreme Rules. Or maybe, I don't know, a ladder match for a number contendership for something. I don't know. I'm just expecting a big payoff for this. I honestly do not see this as the last match in their feud. But again, this could be potentially match of the night. I'm going to be honest. I do see this as potential match of the night. 2 likes, 0 dislikes. That's what I like to see. Here we go. Got some more questions. LK, what's been your favorite moment so far with all the shows booked this Mania weekend? Rank from your personal fave first and standout matches, WWE Live experience, NXT Takeover, hell, even progress. I'm going to be honest with you. This weekend, I've been doing preview shows. I've been doing predictions. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame because yesterday I spent pretty much the whole day with my girlfriend. And she stayed round, and then the next day, obviously, I took her in this afternoon, and then I went and got some beers with my friend. WWN Live experience, all of that. Again, like I said to you, that's going to be next week. Because you know what? I want this to save you. I love this weekend. I want this weekend to be as long as possible. So by doing this, it means, look, I have Progress 27 next week. I have Evolve next week, Evolve 58, Evolve 59, Shimmer 80, Mercury Rising, a New Japan Invasion attack next week. So much pro wrestling I have to look forward to, and I want to keep this positivity up because you don't know what it's like every week watching Raw, SmackDown, Lucha Underground, NXT, Ring of Honor. I'm mixing the shit up. Mixing the fuck out of it. But good question. Dude, legit NXT in the mainstream roster is becoming a real life core. Yeah, I love NXT. I don't love the weekly show, but I do love the pay-per-views, the takeovers. This has to be reality check this weekend for WWE creatives to wake the fuck up and realize all the talent they have in the palm of their hands and bring them creative logic up to gold standard. Yeah, they have a chance right here. And I'm going to say this right now. As important as Mania is, I think tomorrow night's Raw is really critical. I think it's the chance to go, hey, look, reset button, hit it, and push it the fuck down. This is a big opportunity and a big moment for the WWE creative team. Let's hopefully get this, let's sort this out. Let's mix the roster up a little bit. Let's maybe switch some people babyface, let's switch them heel. Let's mix this up a bit and let's make this company great again because we have an incredible depth of roster. I mean, what other company could have at least 10 top stars injured and still create an 11-match card? That's how in depth this roster is. It's a great roster to have. If anyone else, and I mean anyone else, if Gabe Sapolsky from Evolve booked this, if Triple H booked this, from the NXT writers booked this show would be the single-handedly greatest wrestling promotion on the planet, period. But because it's Vince, and he can deny it till he's blue in the face or not, the guy is out of touch, the guy is ruining the company, and he needs to fuck off. I don't want to say, I want him to die or anything like that. I just want him to fuck off. Leave pro wrestling alone. Go fucking retire like a normal person. Good question, though. WWE Creative can't tell stories, so they're selling on hype. That's pretty funny. What matches would you replace the Dream Book for WrestleMania 32? In my opinion, I would have an NXT special, Nakamura versus Devil vs. Mojo. A man can only wish. Yeah, you can wish. What would I book? I like Nakamura and Joe idea. I really do. I like Nakamura Joe or Nakamura and Devitt. I honestly I like the idea of, I said this on my, in fact, when I fancy kind of booked it a couple of months ago now, I like the idea of The Undertaker coming out, cutting an open challenge promo, and then Finn Balor coming out. You could do the Demon versus, the Demon from Death Valley, passing of the torch. And I honestly think Taker needs to put someone on the way out. Like, passing of the torch of such. I know he's the Undertaker. I know you don't want him to lose at Mania, but unless he loses here and then he can't compete at WrestleMania ever again, aka is retiring, I honestly just want to see him put someone over on his way out. I have to see it. I have to. And surely Taker will want to. But that's just my opinion, and everyone's entitled to theirs, and that's just how I look at it. Jesus, see if we got any more live comments. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to go back to where I was. Okay, so we're now up to the ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. We have Kevin Owens defending against Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Batty Ryder, Sin Cara, The Miz, and Stardust. In a why the fuck are Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, the Miz, and Stardust involved in this? Like, why couldn't this have been Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn? This is, again, an example of we have so many people on the roster. We need them all involved. Why? Can we not just have a great one-on-one wrestling match for the Intercontinental Championship where we have a feud that has history, that has, lots of stories to be told and being told in the past, and have them go out there and tell a story and have a great fucking wrestling match? Instead, we have to have Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder. And I love Dolph Ziggler, but why get out? I mean, I could tolerate a Dolph Ziggler in there for a 3-way. Fuck, I could tolerate having The Miz in there for a 4-way because he's been intertwined with these 4 for the past few months now. But Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, and Stardust, what the fuck are you doing in here? You belong somewhere else. That's called either the unemployment line or the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That was harsh. I like Stardust. But, honestly, I think they're there to catch people. Zack Ryder's in there to catch people. It's as simple as that. I mean, he's going to do some death-defying spot, and I'm not going to care. I just hope they all stay safe tonight. I'm expecting this to be a spot fest. I'm going to be honest. I expect this to be a damn good match. It's going to, in my opinion, if I'm booking this, I'm having it kicking off the damn show, the main show being, and then follow that up with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, then follow up with AJ Jericho, then the women's match, then the New Day match, then you have Ambrose Lesnar, Triple H Reigns, and a main event with Shane and Taker. And if you want to know why I think Shane and Taker should be the main event, please check out my Shane versus Undertaker preview. I explain it in so much detail, it's not even funny. But prediction, Owens retains, Zayn wins the next night on Raw. That's the way I see it. You know, they could surprise us. Maybe have Ziggler get the win, and maybe we have the rejuvenation of Dolph Ziggler with his contract coming up. They might want to sweet talk him. But anyway, I just don't like the fact that there's just so many guys in there just because we have them guys to put them in there. No, let's just have a great wrestling match with a great story being told that can be told and has been told in the past and proven to work. Speaking of working, we have Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks in 3 great workers in a triple threat match for the WWE Divas Championship. I read some tweets online that apparently tonight they're going to bring back the WWE Women's Championship. Now, I know the rumors were that they were going to do that tomorrow night on Raw. However, there was talk on Twitter, I can't remember exactly who put it, and I don't really care, to be honest, that they think that the Women's Championship is coming back tonight. And I hope not. How about this? What does the name of the championship matter? Like, does it matter? Does it mean we're going to get better stories? No, it just means we're going to have a better looking design title. The way I see Divas is, I actually think it's kind of marketable. It's marketable. It is. You know, there's Total Divas. You know, they're divas. Like, TNA are knockouts. You don't complain about that. You know, the WWE wrestlers, the male wrestlers, they're not called male wrestlers. They're called superstars. That pisses me off, and I always go off on tangents about that. Oh, I'm a superstar. How is Jack Swagger a superstar? How's Damian Sandow a superstar? How's Darren Young a superstar? He's not. You go up to someone down the street, who's Darren Young? I don't know. Shut the fuck up. Why are you talking to me? Like, that's what the response I'd get. You know, because no one knows him. He's not a superstar. He's a WWE wrestler. You know, and Sasha Banks is a WWE wrestler, but they call them divas. But, you know, it's just their bubble, and you just got to accept it. But, you know, changing it to women, I'm up for that. I'm up to a fresh-looking belt because that belt's hideous, but I honestly don't think they'll do it. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha. You know, it would be ideal for Sasha to win here. I think, prediction, I got this gut feeling Charlotte's going to retain. Honestly, I can see it, and I'm honestly considering it highly that they're going to have Charlotte retain. Then down the line, we're going to get Sasha Banks versus Charlotte in one-on-one. Then we're going to get Becky Lynch versus Charlotte one-on-one. And then Bayley's going to be the one to finally end the reign of Charlotte in a couple months' time after Bayley's continuing the feud with Asuka on NXT. That's how I see they're going to do it. That's how I think they're going to do it. And that's how I want them to do it personally, because I've been a big fan of Charlotte's title reign. And then in our 3 main events, and I've talked about all of these, so please go back and check out the previews if you want my further details and further thoughts. But before that, I'm going to get a live comment to see if we actually have any. And while I'm going to take a drink, so my mouth is frothing. Oh, dude, that's really good stuff. Nope, we're still at the same point. That's embarrassing. Right, so we'll go first. We'll go with Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar. No holds barred street fight. What's the difference between a no-holds-barred match and a street fight? Nothing. So fuck it, we'll just put the names together. That's so cool. Because it sounds cooler. It sounds bigger and badder. No, it doesn't. It makes you sound like imbeciles. It's a no-holds-barred match. It's a street fight match. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's a brutal match. It's going to be a good match. Again. Build up. Piss poor. Okay, the only positive from the build-up, they've made Dean Ambrose look like a lunatic. That's the only positive thing I can damn take from this build-up. They've actually, you know, they call him the lunatic fringe. They call it the Ambrose Asylum. They're calling him this mad lunatic man. And finally, he actually comes across as this lunatic. So good job there. I'm going to put them over there. Good job. But to build up the match, it's been poor. I apologize. Poor. Just dirty. Poor. I don't care about the match. And again, all 3 of these matches I'm about to talk about, I don't know who I want to win. You know, I've been saying, like, in the Andre Giant, I want Kurt Saxel to win. In the New Day match, I want the New Day match to win. AJ Styles, I want AJ Styles to win. You know, Charlotte, I want Sasha Banks to win, but I think Charlotte will win. With these 3, A, I have no fucking clue who's going to win. That's good. That's unpredictability. But B, I don't want anyone to win. Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wins. Then what? Dean Ambrose. What happens to Dean Ambrose? Nothing. Goes back to doing what he does best. That's doing nothing. Dean Ambrose wins, becomes a megastar. Brock Lesnar then has to take the fall. He has to take a pinfall loss. And then his credibility, null and void. They've put themselves in a tough... as crazy and as flat out awesome this match is going to be, as brutal as it's going to be, the only logical explanation I can see this: Brock Lesnar gets the win. Dean Ambrose looks good in defeat because it takes 4 to 5 to 3 F5s to put the man down. Because then you still protected Dean Ambrose because, hey, look, he's a lunatic. He kept coming back for more. And Lesnar was so close to almost killing the man. That's all it took. And then that kind of gets him over in the process. And then Lesnar can get a win at WrestleMania and continue his momentum because this guy's a box office deal. He's one of a kind, once in a lifetime star. And you can't have him ruined at a big occasion like this. Okay? So that's one logical way how I can see it, is Ambrose just getting annihilated and looking good in defeat. But you can't write a show and book it as if, hey, look, he's going to look good in defeat. You don't know how the crowd is going to react to this. Because if the crowd's fully behind Brock Lesnar, Ambrose is going to look like a geek. He's going to look like a jobber. He's going to look like an imbecile. He's going to look like a sack of shit. Because if the crowd are 100% behind Lesnar, Ambrose is going to be there like, yeah, I just got my ass kicked and no one cares. You need the crowd to get behind him. Come on, keep fighting, Dean. Keep fighting. If you get that response, you've got him. You got him. Good score. Point. Fist pump. If you do not get that response, you are in the shitter and it's not going to work, period. Okay, so they've got to be very careful how they do this. Fingers crossed we got some Dean Ambrose fans there. But that's the only logical way I can see out of it. Poor position to book. Poor. Triple H reigns. A singles match for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. People think this is the main event, which I find funny. It's not the main event. It's not the main event in any way, shape, or form. If it comes out and it's not the main event, then what will I do? I don't know. Oh, great. No, sorry. I hate text messages all the fucking time. It pisses me off. Like, Triple H is the heel in this one, but the crowd will be rooting for him. Roman Reigns, the babyface, the crowd will be booing him. Booked awfully. Roman Reigns has been booked as the heel. Think of this logically. Roman Reigns has been beating on Triple H in the car, sneak attacking him in the car with his screaming wife there. That's being a heel. Again, to save this, the way how I book this. Prediction-wise, by the way, prediction Reigns wins, crowd boos the fuck out of him. That's that. That's prediction. What I want to happen and how I would book it. This is what I would do. I'd have Roman Reigns, Triple H in the match, double switch. Reigns turns heel, Triple H turns babyface. And this has to be on before Shane McMahon and Taker. Because if that's not the case and they put Shane McMahon and Taker on before this, A, the crowd might start going home because it's a 6-hour show. Not a lot of people are interested in this. And B, the cell match is going to take a lot out of the crowd. Cell matches take a lot out of the crowd. And you can't go from that to all the way down to a slow, methodical Triple H match, in all due respect. I do love a slow, methodical match from time to time. I'm actually looking forward to the in-ring match itself with Triple H and Roman Reigns. I'm just worried about how they're going to book it. But anyway, I digress. Triple H, Roman Reigns, the way I would book this. Reigns turns heel. H turns babyface. Double switch. H is one of the best of all time. He can figure that out. Then at the end of the match, the ref gets bumped. The Rock comes out because H is battering and annihilating Roman Reigns. He's there. He's pounding him. Reigns is bleeding. He's pounding him. The Rock's music comes out. The Rock comes out. The Rock and Triple H. Boom, 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 boom. Rock goes to hit the rock bottom on Triple H. As he's there like that, facing the hard camera, Reigns runs, hits that rope, spears the Rock. The crowd boo the living shit out of Reigns. They boo the fuck out of him. Triple H then kicks Reigns in the balls, goes for a pedigree. Reigns counters that, pushes him into the ropes. Spear. Referee gets up. 1, 2, 3. Reigns wins the world championship. Stands on the corner like that. Boo, boo. Fuck you, Reigns. Blah, 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 blah. Becomes a big heel. And this sets up Triple H versus Rock, if you want to. This sets up Triple H versus Roman Reigns, if you want to. And this sets up Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That's called creating avenues to go down. That's called good logical booking. That's forward booking. That's slow burner storylines guaranteed. That's next year WrestleMania guaranteed to be sorted. Okay, period. End of story. You can go down the road of next pay-per-view if there's no contenders for the title. Triple H versus Roman Reigns rematch. This time it's different because it's double switched. H is the babyface, Reigns is the heel. I think that's how I would book it personally. I think that could be great if pulled off, executed well. The heat he would get from spearing the Rock would be immaculate and immense. And I honestly think the match is going to be good. And I'm looking forward to the unpredictability aspect. But with the WWE, I think what's great, I think what's shit, they will go down that way. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting Reigns to win clean and become the babyface world champion to the get boos. And in the main event, we have Hell in a Cell match. If Shane wins, he gains control of Monday Night Raw, and Taker will be barred from ever competing again at WrestleMania. I do not know if that means he'll be fired. I don't know. Does that mean he'll be fired? Does that mean he's going to retire? I have no fucking clue as of this recording. But it'll be very interesting to see. But I'm expecting a great story to be told with this one. I'm expecting a magnificent story to be told. Part of me wants to say I'm expecting big spots. Part of me wants to see a big spot, but part of me doesn't, because one's 51 years old, one's 46 years old. I don't want to see these guys die. I don't want to see these guys get injured. I don't want to see them get paralyzed. These guys have children. I want them to be safe. I want them to be secure, and I want them to have a great match without taking a risky bump. Again, what prediction-wise, I think Taker. They always protect Taker. They always protect Taker. I think Taker's going to get the win here. But then again, I can also see us in Texas. His main event is inside his favorite, structure, Hell in a Cell. What better way to go out than in front of 100,000 people in Dallas, Texas? Is his home state. Part of me, I'm torn. Guys, I don't know. I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. Shane Taker. This is such a hard one. I previewed this very well, by the way, on this channel. Shane versus Taker preview. I previewed it for about 8 minutes. It was a damn good show. I don't put myself over very often. It was a damn good show. It was such a good show. Coco sent me a Google Hangout saying, dude, that was one of your best shows. So please go out of your way to check out my Shane McMahon versus Undertaker WrestleMania match preview, because I really dissect it well and tell you about all this and that and how I would book it. So that's going to do it for this WrestleMania predictions. Whew, fucking talked about every single match on the card close to twice. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'm going to go to some live comments quickly to see if there's any more live comments. And after that, I'm going to wrap up this bad boy. And thanks for watching everyone live, and thanks for watching if you're listening to this on demand, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let's see, live comments. Here we go. WWE Light Heavyweight Champion, The Big Show, puts, I've came to grace you with my beautiful aura. Skolnin, I don't think Lesnar losing would be that bad. His reputation is in wrestling, not in street fights, so it'd be okay to have him lose to a huge weapon spot. Really? I did entitled to opinions, dude. I'm just a guy who loves pro wrestling, giving an opinion. That's all every podcaster is, minus Steve Austin and JR. Like, in the end of the day, I think that Lesnar losing on such a big stage, if Lesnar lost, say, at a Battleground or a Payback or Extreme Rules, it's a lot different to losing at WrestleMania, where, no pun intended, the world is watching. You really don't want him to lose on a big stage like that, so I respectfully disagree with your opinion. And then WWE Light Heavyweight Champion, The Big Show, puts really Skolin, laugh my ass off, I'm out. I hope you're not out of the show, but I can see why you do not agree with that opinion. I hope that tonight's WrestleMania is good for your sake and for my sake, and I'm looking forward to breaking this show down with Mr. David KocoSports. After the WrestleMania goes off air, I'll be 5 to 10 minutes late, so I've got to quickly run across the road to come back. I'm looking forward to it. I got 10 Becks to drink because he bought a 20 crate and I have 10, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to come out here. I might be a bit chirpy as I have a few drinks, but I promise I'll be professional. Again, cheap plugs. Head over to pricing.me. Head over to KocoSports.net. That's KocoSports.net. So whether it goes to cash, and combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan, make sure you head over to my LK VIP section. Links in the description box below. I do daily shows on there. I do a show called Daily Dirt where I break down the news, rumors, gossip, results, upcoming match fixtures in the world of pro wrestling / sports entertainment. Also, I do VIP reviews, VIP previews. I did a preview of every single WWN show that there was yesterday or the day before. Also, on Tuesday, I'm doing a WrestleMania 6 review on this channel here with Wrestling Ranted. So again, if you're into classic content, be on the lookout for that. So thank you so much for watching the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe, stay well. I hope you enjoy WrestleMania. I hope I enjoy it. It's going to be a great time. Enjoy pro wrestling. As next week, there's going to be shitloads of indie reviews. So if you're an indie fan, please stay subscribed to the channel. Stay safe, stay well. This has been your boy LK from LKVIP and Pressing.me. And I'll be damn sure catching your asses tonight on the WrestleMania 32 review. And I'll be damn sure catching your asses down the line.